What is good? What is good? Hope all is well on this Friday evening. Welcome to another edition of TD Sports Talk. And today we got a special interview. We've had him on before, and being that it's the end of the year, 2024, I feel it'd be all that's right that we bring him back on, as he is definitely my prospect of the year. We got none less. I can't talk today. Don't worry about me. Than Keith the Tsunami Colon. Hold on, let me having technical difficulties as usual. Hold on. And I'm just trying to. All right, there we go. What's good, Keith? How's everything with you? And then real quick, I'm sorry. And then I got my co-host, my man D Free. What's good, D Free?
What's going on? What's going on, Keith?
What's going on? What's up, y'all?
It's good, chilling, man. End of the year, 2024 is almost over. You had a very busy year. You turned professional. You turned pro. You had 3 pro fights, 3 wins, 3 knockouts. You also competed in the nationals in the tournament, made it all the way to the finals. Big year, and then you turned pro right away. A couple months after the finals. Matter of fact, like a month and a half after the finals, and
Right.
made a big impact, man. And your career came out. Even got somebody to come up and escort you in the ring. I don't know who it was, but a celebrity singer, hip hop artist.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
you're doing it big, man. So talk to me about
Definitely.
2024.
But 2024, it was, it was definitely an active year for me boxing wise. I knew that once I turned pro, it was gonna be like a kickoff. Everything was gonna come fast. So, we knew that, and we just wanted to wait for the right time. And we chose this year. We thought it was the perfect time and to execute, go pro. It was in my best interest. That's what we did. Yeah, once I turned pro after the nationals, got the ball rolling quick. July 6th, I had for top ranked card Prudential Center. It's my second fight I fought October 12th back at the Prudential Center. Then I just recently fought November 30th in Atlantic City under the Danny Garcia card, the Tails of the Garcia. So yeah, it's just a real busy year, but it's doable for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing I forgot, I think is very important too, and I think it's very special as well. And on top of all of that you've done this year, you're also a full-time student at Rutgers University, which I
Yeah,
think is great.
definitely.
I mean, so, and then I'm assuming you're going to enroll again in the winter and the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm enrolling. I already got my schedule and all that set for the spring. So yeah, that's already set.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Salute to you on that. I mean, it's hard
Thank
to
you.
balance maybe a job in school, but to be a pro fighter and then to be active fighter nationals, you got to be on weight every single week. I mean, and to go to school and pursue your studies, I think that's very special. And talk to me about that. And like, you got to balance. You're balancing life in and out of the ring because it's balance is part of boxing as well. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. It's challenging, of course, especially the times like now. You got finals week, so you got like 3 or 4 tests all at one time. You got to study. Sometimes taking weeks away from school. You probably like right at that BC range, and so it's just like these right here, like these weeks can make or break your grade. And just like in boxing, we don't just want to do things, but we want to do it at a high level. So even in school, we try to just not try to pass, but just try to do it at the highest level. So just like I'm a standout athlete, I try to be a standout student and just keep being a role model. That's it.
Yes, indeed. If you don't mind me asking, you want to tell us what your GPA is, or
My GPA is like a 3.2, 3.0.
me too? That's good. That's
Yeah.
really good. The way to do that and to be a professional fighter at the same time, I think that's excellent. One other thing I want to bring up before D Free ask some questions. Prospect of the year. You got nominated or picked as prospect of the year. I'm going to put it on the screen by the World Boxing Bureau. I'll read a little bit of it. This was mailed out December 26, 2024. Dear Keith Colon, on behalf of the World Boxing Bureau, the WBB, we are thrilled to inform you that you have been selected and as the recipient of the prestigious Prospect of the Year award. Your exceptional rise in the boxing world has been nothing short of remarkable. From your standout performances as an amateur to your impressive professional debut in 2024, you have captured the attention of fans, analysts, and fellow fighters alike. With an undefeated professional record of 3-0 and all victories coming by knockout, your power, technique, and work ethic has placed you on the first track to becoming one of the boxing's brightest stars. In addition to your prowess in the ring, your commitment to the excellence extends beyond boxing. As a full-time student at Rutgers University, you have shown that you are not only dedicated to your craft, but also to your education, setting a strong example for the future generation of athletes. The World Boxing Bureau proudly recognizes your hard work, determination, and rising potential as we award you the Prospect of the Year. We look forward to your continued success in the ring and wish you all the best in your careers and studies. Congratulations on this well-honored, well-deserved honor. Tell me a little bit about that.
Thank you. I
When you received
appreciate that.
That's a special moment right there.
And definitely, I feel like a lot of boxers, they don't do this to get a pat on the back or just for people to recognize our achievements. We do this solely because we got a dream or because, we see a way out. And to receive, this award, this recognition, it means a lot because, like I said, I don't do this for any type of recognition or like a pat on the back. So to see somebody recognize my hard work and my sacrifices, it means a lot, and it motivates me to keep going and keep, doing the right thing and keep staying the course in and out of the ring.
That's excellent. That's what's up. D3, you got any questions before we, go on?
Yeah. Now you got 3 pro fights. You hit the scene with ground running. You got 3 pro fights, 3 knockouts. You haven't made it past the second round. You start to be looked at as a knockout artist. Being though that you haven't made it past the second round, do you go into your training and work a little bit harder because you're not getting the rounds with your opponents because you getting these early knockouts?
Definitely. I don't really try to look, I don't get caught up into that because I don't think I'm a knockout artist. I just feel like, when you, I'm just showing people that it's different levels. It's like, how when you come into the amateurs, you could only fight sub novice and novice and this and that. So it's like right now I'm just showing that I'm at a level way above the competition that's here. So as I keep getting better, keep getting more and more fights, I'm obviously, go more length of the rounds. But I don't feel like I'm a knockout artist. So like with me just having that type mindset, me staying true to myself, like they just come, and that's just what happened. But as I am getting older, I do feel like I'm getting stronger. I'm recognizing like what works for me, like my strengths, my weaknesses. So that's another good thing. I'm just training, having a good coach, a good team behind me, and just understanding that, sometimes it don't even got to be hard, but if you just place the shot right, I don't care who it is or how big the person is, they gonna fall.
One more question before we get back to Thomas. Being though, like I said, you haven't made it past the second round and you getting these guys out of there early. When you go back and look at the film, is there a lot of mistakes that you see that you made that you can work on, or the fight's ended so quick you can't really pick up on the mistakes that you made in that fight?
Nah, for each and every fight, I came back to the gym. My coach, he came back to the gym, and well, actually, like right after the fight, he was like, "Yo, when we get back in the gym Monday, we gotta work on this, and this." So it haven't been hard for us. For other people, hard to for other people, it may be hard, but for us, it's been fairly, you know, um, easy just to keep growing and keep building off of the things that we've been doing.
All right.
And with that being said, what about the opponent? So, like the first 2 knockouts, I mean, the first knockout you hurt him to the body, right? And I think you stopped him. I was there, and I was there for your second fight. You straight right hand, and you knocked him down. He got up, but he was out. This third fight, you went more to the body, and they was the as somebody said in the chat, Angel Diaz the punch placement on those body shots was wicked. Like, so did you notice that he was weak or defensively weak to the body, and that's why you maybe attacked there a little bit more?
For my third fight, I ain't pay attention to it until how right before you actually fight and the referee give you instructions to both corners, and then y'all just dap up and go to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Like during that time, like I used to I look at my opponent, I just analyze them. It don't really be much. It's just what I do. And I
Mm-hmm.
did notice. I'm like, oh, he don't look like he do any sit ups. Like I don't see no type of abs or like
Wow.
no type of muscles in the lower end. But when the bell rang, I didn't think of that at the time. It was just something that I picked up on. I'm like, oh, like it's just like a quick thought. Like, oh, he don't look like he do sit ups. But for my third fight, I was in the back saying like, nah, I'm gonna chill this fight. I'm not, you know, I'm going there boxing like a boxing mentality. And so like he literally just came through a jab, I backed up. Threw another jab, I backed up. He tried to rush me, I backed up. It wasn't until like he threw another third punch that the first punch that I just threw was a body shot. It was just a hook to the body, and then immediately he just dropped his elbow and back there. I was like, oh, he hurt. So it wasn't
Yeah.
like nothing planned. It was just a shot that I knew it was gonna be open just off of like me being in there calculating off like the first couple things that he was already doing. So um yeah, it's just come naturally. Like I say, I don't really try to like look for no knockout until like I know that the person. Like once I know they hurt, then of course I'm not gonna be playing around trying to save them. I'm gonna go in there and knock them out. But initially, nah, I don't go in there looking for a knockout. I just, like I said, I go in there with a boxing mindset.
Do you credit that to the work and your experience? Now, I mean, 3 fights, people are like, what experience? You're in 3 fights, but you've got a lot of amateur fights and you've got a lot of good sparring with a lot of good professionals as well. Do you credit that to your experience of being in the ring as to, when you get into those fights and, and how you adjust and make your attack and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely that's just credit to my experience. My coaching, that's the shot, the first body shot that I threw. I actually learned that probably like a year ago,
Mm,
and I wasn't never really comfortable throwing. It's more to it. But I wasn't really comfortable, doing it at first. And then it was like one day in sparring, I did it. And I came back and I told my coach, I was like, "Yo, coach, I heard this kid with it, like, and I ain't know that he was hurt until because I wasn't looking when I threw it, so I didn't know he was hurt until I heard him like he was like grunting, like every breath he took, he was grunting. I'm like, oh, he's hurt, and so immediately the same thing happened in that fight. If you look, I didn't know. I turned my head when I threw the punch, and then I came back but he dropped his elbow and he backed up, and I was like, it's just I already knew because
yeah.
like I said, experience, coaching, and just training. It just like the same thing happened twice, and once I jumped in again with a lead hook, that's when he fell.
Yeah. It's that instinct and that data that you process right away, and then it's the instinct to just retaliate. Because in the second round, I felt like you went a little bit more to the body too, and then you caught him. I
Right,
believe it was a left to the body that really hurt him, and then
right, yeah,
eventually the fight was stopped. He was broken pretty much after that.
yeah. It was one. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was in the second round. I caught him with a right up to the like a right uppercut to the body. That angle that you can't really see it because the person I was recording on top, it was
Yeah,
like blocked because he went down. But
yeah.
I had caught him with it was like a right uppercut to the body, and then the one that finished it off, it was like a straight right to the body.
Okay. By the way, and I pinned in the chat the link to the fight and to come in the fight, and that's also your channel as well, his YouTube channel. So Keith Colon has a YouTube channel. So pinned in the chat is the actual link and the build up to the fight and the actual fight is what he's talking about. So if you guys want to take a look at that, you can. Um, so 2024, big year, great year. What does the future hold? I mean, what are you looking forward to doing in 2025?
Yeah, 2025, we just looking to keep building. We had a great 2024, had a great 6 months, but that's I believe great 6 months. So we just looking to capitalize on 2025, keep the ball rolling, keep the momentum building. You know, better fights, better everything. You know, look sharper, faster, quicker. Um, be a better role model. Do things, you know, to help, you know, Jersey, Newark, and the boxing world, and yeah, just keep building. Um, that's it.
And so I know obviously keep building. You want to be more active as well. You had 3 fights in half a year, right? And don't forget,
Right.
obviously, the tournament, the nationals. You was very busy. We spoke about school. Do you got anything lined up in the future? Are you trying to maybe get signed by a promotion, or are you just gonna take it slow and just see what comes? As far as like matchmaking and stuff like that.
You know, kind of being like, you know, just working with my own team is just, it's been working out for us. Um, you know, our main thing right now is just we want to keep staying busy, and sometimes going with like a big promotional company that could go against that right now. So we not really looking forward to, but if an opportunity comes like where it makes sense for on both ends, then we'll take it. We had a few offers already, but like I said, we doing well with what we got right now. Um, I should be. It was talks of me fighting like mid January, but that fell through. So we solidifying for February. It's like I believe like it's gonna be a go. You're gonna hear about it soon. Um, so early February you should see me back in the ring soon.
Okay. One other question, and then D free, you could go. So like obviously you want to be more busy. So right now you're starting off, and usually pro fighters when they come out of amateur, they usually start off with 4 round fights. Are you looking to maybe increase to 6 rounds in 2025, or maybe
Yeah,
just stick
yeah,
with four? Not like they're lasting 4 rounds anyway, but what I'm saying, like maybe increase. Obviously get up there in competition and as
yeah,
well as being busy.
definitely. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I'm gonna be honest. The 4 rounds is cool, but I feel like the 6 rounds I'll be more comfortable. Just knowing that you got that safety net with that time. You ain't really gotta, 4 rounds is close to 3 rounds like the amateurs, but 6 rounds, that's where you'll be able to get a little tougher opponent,
Yeah.
and they could push you to show your skills, and that's what I really want.
Hmm.
Is like I said, like these knockouts been coming, but I want people to see me like set up my shots, set up. I feel like I do that well. I'm like my ring IQ, how I set certain shots up, and how crafty I am. I feel like that's what separates me from the rest. And once y'all see that, y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, nah, he the real deal.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. So D free.
Yeah. Now we talked earlier about you being in school and you're a pro athlete now. Does your schedule change as far as your workouts and your school studies, being though that you're a pro now is different from being an amateur? Does any of that change, or you still have the same type of schedule for as far as training and doing your and getting ready for your schoolwork and stuff like that?
Nah. So for when I was an amateur, it was just really it's kind of similar. The only thing that's just changed, is just like really more so what we add into to the boxing aspect, meaning like probably doing more strength training, more strength workouts. We do strength workouts before or after. Like if you look at one of the YouTube videos, you'll see we'll do strength training either before or after. But that is still count as one workout. I probably done ran in between my classes, or I work out, I go to school workout, do take a little rest, like a couple hours off, and then I just go to like a LA Fitness or go run outside. So the regimen, the routine still stay the same. It's just get harder, just that's really it. More rounds, more miles.
Yeah. So when are you looking to graduate?
I'm supposed to be graduating in 2026.
Okay.
Um, yeah, 2026. I think like around the springtime. So like this time next year. So I got this semester, another semester, and then the last one.
Okay. Now you said you are looking to get a fight in February. when do you think you starting camp up? If you're looking to get a fight in February, you starting camp up now, or you waiting for the fight to be announced?
Nah, I'm already training. Like me, if you ask me, I'm training like if I'm gonna fight. I'm training like if I'm gonna fight. I just don't put it out to the world because I know a lot of times like I say things and then people like, "Why he gonna be fighting?" And then they'll just immediately start buying tickets, and then if it fall through, it's
Right.
gonna look bad on me. Like, dang, I like a lot of people when they come to like a fight, a lot of people say like, "I just come to see you fight." And so like for the people that just come watch me fight and I'm not being there, I don't want to ruin their experience. I want to give them the best experience possible, put on the show for them, and yeah. So like me right now, I'm in training camp mode. Taking it serious, running, training, yeah, the whole nine.
You have an eye of who you believe your opponent is going to be, or you just getting ready for whoever they decide they're going to put you in the ring with.
At the moment, I don't know who my opponent's gonna be. Like my team, they discuss that, and once they solidify opponent, they come to me, they show me, and I'll be like, oh, all right, like I said, right now I'm at the stage where I'm early in my career, and I'm just showing that I'm just different from my opposition. So it don't really matter who they put in front of me at the moment. I just want to stay active.
Okay.
I mean, you talk about you already training. I mean, how I mean, we know you balance well, right, in and out of the ring because you're balancing pretty much two careers. You're a fighter and you're pursuing your education as well. But discipline, during the holiday season and staying on weight. Like, how are you with when it comes to discipline? How is your weight right now? Are you at fight weight or are you just a little bit off? Like, how is that being disciplined during like Thanksgiving and now Christmas?
Nah, yo, the fight we know, like, I feel like I could eat whatever and still be, in range of the
Hmm.
in range of my fight. All I need is really like a week to cut weight. So I don't really be stressing about that. I don't I don't eat out every day, or I usually just make my meals here, and I'm not like crazy. I don't have a 5-star meal every time I'm eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just really like I eat breakfast to keep me going for my workout, and then once I'm done with my workout, I just eat something to keep me up for like till dinner. So I'm that type of guy. I'm not a guy that's gonna be you know feasting each and every time, pancakes, 2 eggs. Nah, I'm good.
You can
Yeah.
save that for me. That's what I'd be doing. So, I'm not a fighter. I just watch the fights. So,
Yeah, I don't like feeling big either, So like really after after 1 week of my fight, I'm like, yeah, nah, I gotta get back in the gym. I don't like how my face getting fat. I don't
yeah,
like
I
that.
got you.
So
You're not,
yeah.
there's another guy that really likes that too. My man Clarence, who's in the chat. Clarence, he likes to eat too, you know what I mean? So, so that's my man Clarence in the chat. Salute to my man Clarence. But yeah, you're not like me and Clarence who like to, get down and eat. But let me ask you something. So you're a featherweight, 126. Have you looked at the fighters in that division and just seen like who are your favorite fighters at 126? And do you see yourself as like do you visualize fighting them? I mean, I know it's still early in the career, but like just as a natural, just you being a fighter, do you visualize yourself maybe fighting one of those guys one day and how would it turn out?
Yeah, definitely. The top dogs in the division right now, in a way, if I'm is he at 26 or he at 22?
No, he's still
He's
at
at
22.
22, yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Then I think it's Stephen Fulton, right? He had this division, right?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
He's there. I think Figueroa is now there now.
Figueroa.
Yeah,
Angelio
okay.
Leo, Espinoza. My guy who I like,
Ramirez,
Shushu.
Yeah, shoot.
Shushu. Okay, yeah. So yeah. So like for me, when people just ask me, "Oh, do you want to fight certain fighters?" and it's like I share the ring with them already, So it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's like a want to fight, or they say like if anybody asks me like, oh, who would you want to fight? I'll say a fighter like Floyd, Canelo, somebody like that I love to have that experience because Canelo's already way he's like 160 whatever. Like I'll never be able to fight him, you know.
Yeah.
But if we was able to be at that same weight, but you see, you named a couple guys like Stephen Ford and Shushu. I shared a ring with these guys. I
Yeah.
did multiple rounds with these guys, you know. So it's like it's not really a one because I already did it, you know. Even
Yeah.
like a lot of other fighters, it's like wow, I literally shared the ring with them. So
That's one
once
of
you
the
share the
reasons.
ring,
Yeah.
yeah, once you
Sorry, that
share
was
the
one of the
ring, it's
reasons why
like
I asked you.
yeah, no. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No.
Once you
Yeah.
share the ring with
Because
those guys, I'm not gonna lie. The one that fought Espinosa, the tall guy,
Yeah.
that like
Uh,
you know what I'm talking about.
oh, you talking about the guy
Robisi.
that fought Robisi.
Yeah, him. Cause like he real long, rangy, and that's a difficult fight for anybody. But it's funny because like my last training camp, I sparred Dominique Crowder a lot, and he kind of got the same style. So it's like tailor made, you know. So like that's a great fight, and he a great fighter. Just he got a rough style. So that's one
Hmm.
guy. Um, Ramirez, you know, Olympic gold medalist. Like, you know, that's another guy I let it share the ring with. Ramirez. Um, Brandon Figueroa, I'm not gonna lie, Brandon Figueroa, he a rough fighter, but it's just
Yeah.
like I don't even like watching him fight, you know. So I already know, like that's you know, but I'll let it share the ring with him too. Brandon Figueroa, really all the top guys. Like
Yeah.
I said, in my eyes, the top guys in that division is Stephen Ford and Shushu as well. Those are
Yeah.
guys I already had shared a ring with. So I feel like a real one for me to share a ring with anybody else is like, but yeah.
No, that's good. And I asked you that because I know you've been in the ring with Shushu and Fulton. You told us that before, and I wanted you to share that
Right.
as well. You know, and you got good experience, especially with Stephen. I think you said you sparred multiple times with Fulton, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually the camp for Brandon Figueroa. I was supposed to. He did like half his camp in Philly, and then he went to LA. Did half his camp out there. I was supposed to go to LA, but I was in school, so I just can't take off, you know, school for a whole week. Plus, at the time, I was in amateurs, and in the amateurs, you fight nationals for a full week straight. So it's like I can't go for like 2 weeks to camp with him and then take another week off for camp for nationals. So I couldn't do that. But yeah, that was another camp that I had that I was, you know, sparring with him a lot. Did heavy rounds with him. Even the Roman, is another guy named Roman that he fought that he beat. I sparred him mad rounds for that camp as
Okay.
well. It was like probably like right after. Uh, yeah, now me and Cool. Actually, my last fight, Cool Boy was there, and he was like, "Yo, just keep going, yo. Just make sure you keep going. You got
That's
to
what's
keep
up.
going." So, you know,
Cool
shout out
Boy's
to
a good
Cool
dude.
Boy.
I met him once. He's a good dude, man, and he's supposed to fight. I think Figueroa again in a rematch. You know, at this weight. So, I'm really good. You know, I like Fulton. I like Shushu. You know, he's from New York. You know, that must have been a good experience as well. Two
Yeah,
different type of
definitely.
fighters, though, right?
Um, yeah, definitely. Definitely two different types of fighters, but what I say is how they fight or how they fight on TV, especially with Cool Boy, how he fight on TV is different how he inspired me, you know,
Okay.
because I'm not a Brandon Figueroa, you
Yeah.
know, I'm not crazy bigger than Stephen Fulton, so he not probably trying to really box me too much. You know, he gonna try to break me down, then box. But I'm not like a Brandon Figueroa where he gotta like I'm gonna try to be like mauling him and trying to make it dirty. Like it's really like a skillful boxing match. You get what I'm saying? And same thing with Susu. Um, but I was when I sparred Shushu, I was a little younger, so
Hmm.
little things caught me by surprise, like his speed. But then once I started using my feet, it was like, oh, I could do certain things to keep him on his toes too with my feet to like neutralize the speed. So it's like a learning experience with him, a learning experience with Stephen Fulton, but two different fighters.
Okay. Real quick, let me just give a shout out to my man, Mr. Pro Say. You know Mr. Pro Say. He done the
Definitely.
shirts, one of the shirts that you guys sent me. He says in here supporting Newark's next champ, man. Shout out to my man, Mr. Pro Say over here.
Shout out Alva.
Yeah, he's a good dude, real good dude. Met him a couple of
Definitely.
times, and he was at the second fight in the Prudential Center. But talk to me about how sharp and an experience about you sparred with Shakur Stevenson, correct?
Yeah.
Is Shakur one of the best guys you've been in the ring with, like as far as like sharpness and just his skill set?
Yeah, definitely. It's like something that I learned, is I sparred Shakur years ago. I sparred him when I sparred him before I even sparred Susu, so it was like even before that. And
Okay.
but I picked up on certain things that he do. Like that's what I do. When I watch fighters, it's a gym that everybody watching. When I watch fighters, I look at like the common factor, like what all these guys, all these great fighters do that's in common. I try to take it. And I learned that every time that I either watched him or sparred him, he was always like a step ahead. And it's like I'll do things that'd be awkward for me to do. So I know it's awkward for him to do. But once I learned and like kind of understood and see, really, it was really when I went like to a training camp with him in Vegas. I was in a training camp with him, and like I was able to like to see, I was just with him 24/7 for like a whole 5 weeks, and that right there kind of really opened my eyes, and I really was able to understand how he could do it, and it's just really off of positioning, having a good IQ and understanding that when a fighter's in certain positions, they can only butt those so many punches. Like if you at a long distance, I'm not gonna be worried about no hook or overhand. And if you catch me with a hook or overhand, then I shouldn't be boxing from that distance. So just understanding your placement, what can be thrown. If a person lean this way, you can only throw two punches. So I could
Yeah.
only be, looking for X, Y, and Z. So sparring him, watching him definitely boosted my IQ. And I know why he heard the hit, but that's the game changer.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's good experience. I'm gonna go from Shakur to my friend, you sparred with. I think he helped you. I don't know if he helped you for the last fight, for the fight before this. Ofacio Falcone. How is it sparring with him? He says nothing but great things about you. So don't shit on my guy, all right? So
Nah, nah, Facio, my God. He another sharp fighter. Facio, he got a good jab. He got great footwork, and me when I spar, I just try to make every fighter uncomfortable. Whatever they want to do, I don't let it happen.
okay.
So like with Ofacio, he's a great fighter. He's a boxer, so he try to like he want people to commit. I ain't even gonna spill too much tea on this. You feel me? Because I don't want nobody else to
I
try to
got you. I got you.
take what I'm saying and use it against him.
Yeah.
Um, but he's a good fighter. He got a great jab, good footwork, and like it's just really be a chess match with Ofacio, and yeah, that's just whatever he present that day. I just try to capitalize off it, and same thing with him. Whatever I present that day, he try to capitalize off it. And we just help each other.
That's
That's
good.
great
Yeah.
work.
So he's good for the sparring wise. Because one of the reasons why I asked is I'm just gonna say this real quick and I'm gonna let it die slow. But I just heard that I don't want not many people to know, but he's going out to Houston. He's gonna help. He's gonna spar with Shakur, so to help him prepare for
Okay,
his fight. So so that's so in
that's
your opinion,
fire.
he's good work. To
Yeah,
spar
that's
with
fire.
to help
It's
prepare.
crazy because and I'm happy he got that opportunity because when like a couple weeks back from my fight, because he did help me for my last fight as well. I did mad rounds with him, and even my second fight, I did some rounds with him too. But he didn't say he's like, dang, he asked me, he's like, how was it sparring? Or people always say, he hard to hit, like, like it's hard to believe it. And like the same thing I said here, I told him, I'm like, nah, like that's good work, and he just understand boxing. He got a good IQ, and but I'm happy he got the chance, to go out there and experience it because, he was talking about it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Good to hear. I'm happy for him too. I'm just hoping he gets a fight. Hopefully he's supposed to fight in February. They're just waiting for an opponent and stuff like that, you know. And he hasn't fought since June. And you know, Faucio's a good dude. He was working a little bit with Virgil Hunter. I don't know if you saw that. Like a couple weeks ago, he went out to San Francisco. He worked with him, so he's a good dude. So I just wanted your opinion on it because he says nothing but great things about you. And it's funny sitting next to him watching the fights. Just like his perspective, the way he breaks down the fights, and he tells me stuff before it even happens. Like, wow, like his ring IQ is pretty good, you know. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we spoke for a little bit. I don't want to take too much of your time, man. This was great. I mean, you know, congratulations to the Prospect of the Year. I'm gonna bring that back on the screen right before you leave to let everybody know once again. But tell people where they can find you. I posted your YouTube on the page, but let people know where they can find you and follow you.
Yeah, everyone can follow me on Instagram at official Keith Colon. You can also check out my YouTube channel where that'll be more like boxing content. You'll see like how I train, and you know, it's just a different aspect. It's just a deeper dive into like a fighter, and you know, my regimens as a fighter. So on Instagram at official Keith Colon and on YouTube at Keith Tsunami Colon.
That's what's up. D-Free, if you got anything, if not, you know, we'll let Keith go and go on with his day. But if you got anything, go ahead.
No, I mean I don't have nothing else. I mean we didn't cover everything, man. Just I like the fact that you always got your priorities in order, and you stay on top of your game. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like I told you the first time we had the first interview, man. Just keep that head on straight and keep doing what you're doing, because you make a lot of inner city kids proud, and you show them there is an opportunity to be able to go to school and have a pro career.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, indeed. Clarence, you know, just says Keith Colon, Prospect of the Year. Congratulations, my brother. Job well done. My man BVO said he got a question. BVO, go ahead. Put it in the chat, or if you want to pop up in here, you should have the link. You could come up and ask him if you want. If not, we're going to let Keith go on his day. I know he's got other interviews lined up. I know he has one tomorrow with my guy Cano Loco tomorrow. I think you got an interview with him. You know, I'll be watching as well. So yeah, man. So BVO, if not, we're gonna let Keith go. You know, BVO is special. I don't know if you don't know BVO, but he's special. Maybe you could go do an interview with him. He's special. He's a funny guy, and he knows boxing. So I like to bust his chops, but he's taking too long. So
I'll wait for him.
Yeah.
But
while we wait,
there you go.
He says, Keith, I wanted to know who is better, him, Vargas, or Mason. So BVO always asks these questions that are crazy, you know. So he says,
talking about Emiliano Vargas or Abdullah Mason. Who you got? Who you think is better?
I think I got Mason. I like Vargas though. Vargas, I seen him work in person. He's sharp. You know, he kind of got like a different style. He switched. But I feel like Mason, especially where Mason at right now, where Vargas at right now, it's like I feel like Mason is way ahead of way ahead of the game as far as like opponent wise. Not saying skill wise. I feel like they pretty even, but just Mason got more fights this year. Like he had a crazy year. You know, he went crazy with the fights. So I feel like, you know, right now, if you're talking about right now, I feel like Mason definitely be the one that's victorious against Vargas.
And then he asked, of course he's gonna ask this. He says, "Are you better than them?"
Oh, I'm the greatest fighter you will ever see, man.
Good answer. Right. Good answer. You see that? This is why we got to put up with BVO, man. But that's what BVO does. But that brings entertainment to the channel, so that's why I love BVO. But great answer. Great answer. Maybe next time. As a matter of fact, here he goes. He's right there. There he goes. BVO.
Yo, Keith, man, don't let these Puerto Ricans fool you, man. Don't let these other Puerto Ricans fool you, man. But I want to ask you this, man, because one thing we've seen with you a lot, man. Are we gonna see more power? Because it looks like you're getting doing better with the weight, man. Are we gonna start seeing more power from you?
I'm gonna be honest. I go in there real conservative. You know, I don't go in there, trying to knock nobody out. The knockouts just come. You know, it just come. I don't really. But what I will say is, as I step up, you'll see more explosiveness. Is how more of my skills, and with that is my power. Just being able to set up certain shots and land on flush. I do it all the time in sparring, and but with sparring it's different because you got like 8 rounds, 10 rounds, and with a fight you got 4 rounds. But you'll definitely see more explosiveness, more power. But that's not my full package. That's just what I'm able to see at the moment.
The reason I say that is because, man, you do a great job with your feints. I see you do a good job of freezing people with the jab feint, which is a really underrated move. Which I wonder, how did you learn something like that? Because I see your skills are off the charts, man.
Yeah, for real, for my coach, it was a fighter that in the amateurs that I was fighting, and my coach noticed something that, like, he noticed like a wrinkle in my game, and he was just basically like, "Yo, try this move right here, just so you could X, Y, and Z," and like it stuck with me. It's just something. Yeah, it just stuck with me.
Yeah, the reason I say that, man, because like I've been watching you and it looked like your footwork's gotten better. It's like I'm like, damn, that boy Keith been going to school, man. I'm proud of you, man, because your whole game is better. I mean, because when I
Yeah,
first seen
definitely.
you, I seen a lot of like the amateur stuff, but I see you improving with your feints because I don't know if you noticed this. That's when they extend your career, man. You're not even having to throw because Floyd was real good at that, making you think he gonna hit you, and he not, and you all tensed up, and he ain't threw a punch yet. So
Definitely.
that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing some improvement on that, man, and your footwork. We already know, man. Hey, we gonna have to get you a do rag, man. You fighting like a brother more and more, man. I'm about to get you a do rag, man.
Hey, yo, I got a do rag. I got a do rag. I got like 20 of them.
Hey, but we proud of you, man. I'm telling you, man. Don't get up here with Puerto Rican time and Puerto Rican free, and they don't know boxing, man. All they like is that rock'em sock'em, man. But keep doing what you're doing, man. Because you know what? I seen a guy. I'm not saying you are a lot like him, but I would love to see you do more of what I see Tevin Farmer doing, controlling the ring with your feints, your feet. Because I don't think people understand you really can win a fight with just your feet. And I'm telling you, man,
Definitely.
what you doing with that jab thing? I'm like, that's a hell of a job, bro. That's a hell of a job, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. BVO's a good guy, but he always like to start trouble. So you got to be careful with him, man.
Well, Keith, you want to hear a funny story before we get out of here? Because I know you're a busy man.
Yeah.
So one day,
Yeah,
I went to go
yeah.
see Tommy, right? So I was in the Bronx. I went to go see Tommy. This man would not answer the phone for 2 hours. So then when I get back to the hotel, I'm like, he called me, where you at? I'm like, fool, you ain't answered the phone for 2 hours. So don't let Tommy fool you, man. He a wild dude. He type of dude that'll steal your phone and help you look for it. So keep your eye on Tommy. Keep your eye on Tommy, man.
All
Yo,
right,
with
I
that
got
note, yo, Keith, I appreciate you being on with us, man. This was dope. Maybe we'll set something up
Thank
with
you.
BBO's channel. BBO got a nice channel too. D Free's also there with him. You know what I'm saying? So, get some more exposure. BBO's got a nice channel, good audience, and he'll make you laugh. He's one of the funniest guys on YouTube. As you
So
can
you see
as
what
you
he
can
see? You
see.
see how you said that, Keith? A lot funny, like I'm a clown. You see how you see that? You see how you did that? But no,
Yeah, I
seriously, man.
saw
All
that. I
jokes
saw that.
aside, man. Great job with your skill, man. Because people don't understand this ain't no rocky shit, man. Skills will pay the bill. So
Yeah,
great job on that, man. Great job on that.
appreciate
Seriously.
that.
Well,
Thank
Keith, I
you.
appreciate you coming on, man. Salute to you. You've done a hell of a job 2024. And sky's the limit for 2025 and beyond. The balance that you do. I'm talking about inside and outside the ring. Full-time student at Rutgers University. That's a great university as well. So salute to you and congratulations, Prospect of the Year. We're going to show that one more time when you leave and let people know. And I appreciate you, bro. And hopefully your next fight is close. I'll be at the next fight.
All right. Now, most day you'll be there.
All
Thank you
right,
for
bro.
having me.
All right. Be safe.
All right.
That was Keith the Tsunami Colon out of Newark, New Jersey. I'm just going to read this letter that he got, our Prospect of the Year from the World Boxing Bureau. congratulations to him, man. He's a good kid. I started talking to him back in February thanks to Clarence McLean. He put me on, introduced me to him. He's been on other channels as well. But Clarence is the one that really introduced me to him and linked me up with his pops. And we had him on in February. That was before Nationals, before the tournament. And he received this back in December 26, 2024. Dear Keith Colon, on behalf of the World Boxing Bureau, we are thrilled to inform you that you've been selected as the recipient of the prestigious Prospect of the Year award. Your exceptional rise in the boxing world has been nothing short of remarkable. From your standout performances as an amateur to your impressive professional debut in 2024, you have captured the attention of fans, analysts, and fellow fighters alike. With an undefeated professional record of 3-0 and all victories coming by knockout, your power, technique, and work ethic have placed you on track to becoming one of big boxing's biggest, brightest stars. In addition to your prowess in the ring, your commitment to excellence extends beyond boxing. As a full-time student at Rutgers University, you have shown that you are not only dedicated to your craft, but also to your education, setting a strong example for future generations of athletes. The World Boxing Bureau proudly recognizes your hard work, determination, and rising potential as we award you the Prospect of the Year. We look forward to your continued success in the ring and wish you all the best in your careers and studies.
Yep.
Yeah, so salute to the young man. He's a great individual, great fighter, great person. And his father, who I've met and speak to, multiple times, great guy. He's got a good team around him, good supporting cast, and definitely sky's the limit. I know it's cliche to say that, and it's kind of like, we say that a lot, but at the end of the day, we wish everybody well. We want everybody to succeed and do well and succeed greatness. You know what I'm saying? So, and keep no different. So.
Yeah, I mean that's what you do. You give everybody the well wishes. It's up to them to go out there and produce. So I mean we can only say what we hope for them. They got to go out there and do it.
Yeah. Clarence, I'm not picking on you. I'll give you props, man. You put me on, man. Thank you for that. So this is another good interview, and he'll be on with Gano Loco tomorrow. I'm not sure who else he's got on today, but I know for a fact he'll be on Gano tomorrow. So check that out as well. But he's a good kid, and and a lot of you guys that watch this channel and watch D Free's channel, BVOs, and my man Crush the Legend here as well. Watch him as well. We're all in the tri-state area. We're all in, close enough that we can see this kid fight, so his next fight. And, maybe one day we can all meet up together and watch him fight. I've seen him. I've been lucky to go to 2 of his 3 fights. So that's what we do, support, and we just want the best for these,
when you're going to see Keith Colon, y'all got to make sure y'all get all y'all snacks and stuff early because his fights don't go past the second round.
Nah, so far it's not. Yeah. It has not. It's not. Yeah, absolutely. It's not been past the second round. So, but so I got a couple interviews lined up. I got an interview tomorrow with a boxing content creator. My man Johnny Boy Boxing is going to be on tomorrow at 12 o'clock. It's a different look. We're gonna, I want to do different things. I not only want to. We always talk sports here, football, basketball, baseball, boxing, even wrestling. And we have also a lot of people always on the panel. Tonight we're going to go live around 10 or 11. I'm not sure yet. We're going to talk about end of year awards in boxing. Hopefully my other co-host will be on, Socrates. And tomorrow I got Johnny Boy Boxing. He works with Fight Hype, and we're going to talk to him. He's a good dude, and he covers boxing, and I see him a lot at the fights here in the tri-state area, and he travels well. During the week, I got another fighter that we're going to be introducing as well, another prospect. So we got some things lined up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to do more and more content, try to keep it short like this. It's less than an hour. Tonight we may go longer because we're going to talk, but all are welcome. I open the panel up for everybody to give their opinion. Crush, Brian, Clarence, Jose, you guys want to come up? It's all good. We'll be on, I think, between 10:30 and 11. I'm going to try to wait for Sock, because Sock trains, trains fighters out here in the Bronx. So
now that my man is monetized, y'all want to get y'all questions answered, y'all hit him with a super chat so he can read them off, because we be focused on these interviews, so a lot of times we don't see what's going on in the chat. That color will make you see something a little different. You go, hold up, some color over there. So
absolutely, I would appreciate that, and all of it would go to help, to these fighters, because if you guys know me, I go to the fights. I'm always there, and even if I get credentials to these fights, I still buy a ticket to the fight too. So I'm always trying to support, and I support other channels as well. But only if you can. If you can't, hey, listen, I don't ask. I do this for fun and just to talk, to have the good conversation. So I appreciate everybody that came through. We'll be back on tonight. All are welcome. And then tomorrow, I got my man Johnny Boy Boxing. And then we got Brian Corbett talking about my Seahawks. I don't want to talk about the Seahawks.
Hey, y'all gotta win. Y'all gotta win. You gotta win.
No, we won last night in a boring game, and we need the Rams to lose. If the Rams lose Sunday, I think
it's going to come down. It's winning and winning it in. Yeah,
and don't let that happen, Brian, because I may go to Brooklyn and find you to talk shit. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I may take trash talking to another level and just go see you personally with my Seahawks gear. How about that?
Hey, all I know is Caleb Williams. That man has been sacked 67 times.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Oh my God, that man!
I don't even want to talk about our offensive coordinator and how
all of a sudden he completed touchdowns. God dang!
All of a sudden we want to run the ball. The last week they should have ran the ball more against the Vikings. They didn't. They was pass happy. I don't understand this team. But
y'all gotta get a new quarterback. Gino.
Yeah, we need a new quarterback for sure.
Gino had a great first year as a starter, but he's back to the old Gino. And I want to
go a step further. I want to get rid of Metcalf too. That's a whole other story. I've been complaining about Metcalf for a while now. But.
At first, I wanted Washington to go after Metcalf, but then I was like, hold up. Nah, I don't really want him. He's one of those guys. He reminds me of a low budget T.O. He's big and he has a lot of controversy with him, but he's not as good as T.O. Like he's a good guy. He's a good receiver when he's on his game. When he's on his game, he's a good receiver. But when he's not on his game, he just out there. It's like you don't really get nothing, no production from him.
No.
He don't seem like he do anything besides catch the ball.
But that's the thing. And then he drops easy catches. He might catch the tough ones. The thing with Metcalf, here's the problem with Metcalf. Metcalf, whenever he's on the field, and this may be debatable, but he's the best athlete on the field every time he's on the field. He doesn't use it in the games. He drops too many passes. He doesn't run the right routes. He makes he'll drop easy passes, don't run the right routes, and he'll create stupid penalties. And it's like, come on, bro. Just do what you got to do, and everything will be great because nobody can cover you. You're too big to tackle.
I think the problem with him is he got too much success early in his career, and it kind of went to his head. He didn't utilize he didn't build on his craft. He got the success, and he was like, okay, I ain't got to do nothing else. I'm always going to be good. And,
I agree with that.
We see a lot of guys that do that when they get a lot of success early. They don't build on their craft. They automatically think they're just going to be good forever.
Yeah, because he's athletically gifted, and I think if he worked on his craft, and when I mean work on his craft, watching film, run your routes better, work on your route running, like that's working on your craft.
Work on your hands.
You're gonna have the ability to run. You're gonna have the size. You're gonna have the ability to catch, but work on that. You know what I'm saying? The running the routes, the blocking.
He need to work on his hands. That's what he definitely need to work on, because I'm like, no, there's no way in the world he probably won't even get 1,000 yards this year. He's 103 yards away from getting 1,000 yards, and he probably won't get it.
He probably won't get it unless he breaks one.
Yeah, because he's going to need at least 2 or 3 big catches in order to get it, because he's not even the number one target. It's the other guy. What's his name?
Jackson Jibba.
Yeah. He's the number one guy. So he's going to need at least 2 or 3 big games in order for him to break 103 yards. So
and he can't, because you got Jackson Njigba, and then you got Lockett, and those guys run their routes and they do what they're supposed to do. You know, Metcalf is just pretty much a decoy, but Metcalf, you know, his biggest games is when he breaks one for like 40, 50 yards.
They might need to downgrade him to tight end.
They need to downgrade him to another team and get some picks.
You can send him. You can actually. No, I don't want to send him over there because he might end up getting good. Send him to the Raiders.
Send him to like Jacksonville.
send him to
the Raiders. So
one of the AFC teams. I was about to say send him to Dallas, but no, he might go to Dallas and get good. No, don't even send him to Dallas.
Yeah, with him and CD Lamb.
Yeah, don't send him to Dallas. Don't send him to Philly. I don't even want you to send him to the Giants. Send him to an AFC team. Send him to one of them AFC teams.
Yeah. But that's all I got, guys. That's all we got. We'll be back on tonight. I'm not sure what time yet. I got to talk to the other co-host that never shows up. So and then all are welcome. You know, we'll talk a little boxing and we'll do some football too.
I gotta see what's up with Sock. I ain't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, he's a busy man. So all right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
All
right, bro. Thank you.
Peace.
All right.